Hello, this is wmpyr. First off, let me just say that my heart goes out to the people in Puerto Rico. So that's why I'm wearing the t-shirt here. Okay, so for today's video, I want to focus on the Heaven 6, which is something I've been working on for like 20 years. So it's definitely something I'm very comfortable with, and I consider it my bread and butter technique. So all right, let's get started. First thing is the Heaven 6. Let me just demonstrate it, kind of. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's comprised of 6 movements, as you saw. Boom, 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 like so. Okay, let me make contact. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Okay, so one of the problem areas I think a lot of people have when doing the Heaven 6 is when you do number 1, so number 1's not a problem. Number 2 right here, as you see, it's underneath this arm because the starting position is like this. We have one arm on top, the other on the bottom. So after you do your number 1, which is great, now number 2, it's like, it's underneath here. How do I get around that? So all you got to do right here is you just rotate your wrist this way. Okay, you don't have to. Clearing the elbow is important, but you don't have to come up like this. Okay, so just rotate your wrist and the stick comes up, and then boom, you can strike, and there's your number 2, and then here's number 3. Number 4, and then number 5, same problem right here. So just rotate your wrist like so, and boom, there's your number 5, number 6, no problem at all. Okay, so that's one advice. Next, moving on is I would like for you to now transfer your Heaven 6 to this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So doing it this way, boom, 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 hopefully you can see that it looks a little different, all right? The first one is made up of swings where I'm striking 1, 2, 3. Those are all swings. What I just did right now is now the attacks are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're a lot more direct now. The idea here is when I do the swings, I start, this is my starting position. You need to know your starting position and where you park. So number 1 has to go from there and finish here. Number 2 has to start from here and it needs to finish right here. Number 3 starts here and finishes here. If you know the starting position and the finishing position, instead of making a swing, all you're going to do is you're just going to go straight into the target and finish where it's supposed to go. And then once you do that, then it's going to look like that, all right? Why is that important? The reason why it's important is because when you go to empty hand, you go to smaller weapons like the knife, kubotan, and other improvised weapons, it's going to come into play. And the way it's going to look like, I'm just going to go empty hand, is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here. I'm still doing the same movement, still parking and everything. 1, 2, 3, park, 4, 5, 6, park. Okay, so that's the idea right there. Please keep in mind that now, because now I'm punching here, boom, 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 boom. This is now, we're taking one step closer to the other Filipino martial art, the one that's called Filipino dirty boxing, panantukan. So we're heading now in that direction. We started with something like Eskrima Kali Arnis, the stick fighting version, and now we're going to the dirty boxing, okay? Once again, like I said, this will help with kubotan, knife, and things of that nature. So as we're going here, boom, 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 please keep in mind that my capoeira instructor, very, very good lesson that he taught me, was when you do it, let's have the movements much, much tighter, and let's also keep defense in mind. So as you can see, boom, 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 as I'm doing it, I'm constantly covering up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, keep this defense there. Defense, defense, defense. Because we're in medium range, I can hit him, yes, but he could also hit me. And, you know, if I just plan to dominate and I'm just attacking like this with no guard, no defense, that means, you know, that this is a weak opponent. And we should always be training for someone that's going to be better than you are, stronger than you are. So that means they're going to be dominating you. So we need the defense in there. And that's where in boxing, you have boxing and kickboxing, you have the double forearm shields. And then from right here, you see how this, the moment this happens right here, so if I'm just defending like this, defend here, and then boom, this is the same, this, where my arm comes over here, is the same as this, which is the starting position for the heaven six. Okay, this is the same as this, and this is the same as this right here. So the moment I get to here, boom, boom, this is where the heaven six can come into play. Bam, 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 from right there. So, and then I could easily go back to the double forearm blocks from boxing. And then this is where also the silat can now come in, where from here, I can go from here to here, either way, doing this, boom, to now, you see, I'm using the double elbow blocking, which can also be used for an entry. So we're mixing in a lot of different styles there. And last but not least, this is splitting technique taught to me from Black Silk, and this is my interpretation of the classic Kung Fu technique. So the moment the arms cross, so we're defending, we're using the silat elbows or whatever, arms are crossed right here. From this position, we're going to use the friction to strike like so, okay? So what happens here when the arms cross is the hand that's in the front here is going to claw down, and I'm using this friction energy for, this is my palm strike or chop, boom, like so. So please incorporate all of that together, and that's why I say the Heaven Six is so versatile. It's the Swiss Army knife of martial arts techniques, and why I like it so much. So thank you for watching, and take care, folks.